Jet Cuddy here. This is take two actually. I was played this earlier, but correction, I had a recording in which I forgot to turn on the microphone. So this is take two. Trying to condense my anger. I actually took a few hours walk to I don't know, clear my head about that because that was a bit of annoyance, a newbie mistake. But we're back. I really wanted to talk about, this is the goal of this video, I want to talk about kind of what I've done so far in the game. I am at almost 675,000 power. I don't know if that's legit power. Just my goal right now is to try to get to Kingdom level, City Hall level 17. And right now we're at close to 16. And if I look at the VIP level, it says I've had 12 consecutive login days. And there's this offer on free cash. It's also the same as swagbucks, or kind of close to it, depending on which offer tracks better. Right now I'm testing swagbucks, so hope fingers crossed it pans out. But I have, it seems like it's a very relaxed pace, so that's kind of what I like. Because this is a pretty good game for what it's worth. Like, the offer is something that is $100 if you get to Kingdom level, City Hall level 17 in, I think, 25 days. And we're almost at level 16. And I just figured that's a pretty good pace, unless if I run into something ridiculous. I think I'm doing something right. And if you're just kind of just wondering like how to optimize your gameplay, I just figured this is kind of a style that I like to talk about. More of the real-time stuff that I learned. Because I figure at some point my failures are probably going to be your success at some point. Like, I don't know, you might see some new mistakes on my end, but that might make you better on your end when you're trying to improve on the game. So, yes. So, sorry for the low battery mode. I will have to say, when you start out this game, like, I do recommend that you dedicate at least half a day, at least 4 hours. Like, I'm not saying it's like it's going to be a job, but in a time-sink manner, like, if you want to play this game, like, this is a pretty good binge game. I don't know if that's even a category, but something that's easy to get into if you want to carry on to see kind of how the game changes. I kind of like that. I like to think of it as almost like the beginning of like a zombie apocalypse, because they essentially throw you into a world. And the world here is like, you start out with the city, and I'm a little bit behind right now, but they start out with this city with only your only barracks, nothing more. And there's probably some beginner gameplay you can watch. It's my bad for not providing it. But I really just wanted to reflect upon like how I got to this specific point. So I'm pretty sure there's better video entertainers out there that can help you out there. But in a matter of just getting to level 17, even if you're trying to speed run, speed run, but I'm trying to make like most optimal decisions. And I realized while we're doing this offer, it's always something in the back of my mind where I think like, how much time does it really take overall to make these offers complete, or more or less like how much are we going to pay per hour? Because with iFood, I'm actually able to measure like the time. So figure out how many hours I'm playing. This is actually, like I said, it's easy for me to measure how I'm progressing when I have like that time factor. So with that in mind, I don't know, I just kind of think we could just make smarter decisions in a timely manner. It'll pay off faster than just kind of waiting and biding our time. And I'm not saying like that we have to make decisions all the time. I'm just saying like there are certain decisions that you can make quicker than others, and you can push heavier decisions back once you have more information. And I think that's kind of how this game's played. It's kind of like, I always like to think of the starting of a zombie apocalypse, because when you start out, like I could zoom out, you'll see like this is just one kingdom, and there's like all these areas here. Again, it's like there's other kingdoms that grow, but everyone kind of spawns at the same time, which makes it pretty insane in one aspect. But you have to figure out, like, do you want to lead an alliance or whatever? And some of these players have played this game before. So this is my first run, and I see, like, if you want to get into alliance, getting into alliance is just a big component of doing well in this game. So you're kind of already invested in the sense of, if you want to get your $100 incentive, you have to eventually join up with others and try to have a common goal. And I learned, like, the first 24 hours, for alliance, I don't remember who they are, but it doesn't matter anymore. We got swallowed up by like ISIF or something like that. And we moved to the current one. And it's very bad. I don't like the generalities of it, where we're just banding together in real time. And you're kind of just seeing the story unfold depending on how you want to think about the game itself. Like, there are some people who are diehards, and I do catch myself playing this game a lot more than anticipated. So that's why I feel compelled to make a video about, like, what I've learned, because even if you're trying to speedrun it, there's probably it's probably worth spending like the half an hour to an hour trying to deconstruct what I've gone through for the last X amount of hours. If that makes sense. So it's almost like a free speed up IRL. And when we talk about speed ups, that's going to be big, because in this universe, like, unless you have money, and the whole name of this game is going to give us offers, so play it. Or if not, $100 would be, I don't know, like a buy-in for something greater if you just want to prove how good you are at the game. Because with every game you do like that rating aspect, and I will have to admit this is a complete game, so there's a lot of real-time stuff that goes on. So it's weird, because I enjoy that aspect of the game. I also find it interesting that $100 payoff is, like, depending, for me, like, I just want to see how fast I want to progress in the game, but in order to do so, you actually have to get involved, and I like the whole process. So I can see why this game's enticing. So is it worth, like, trying to complete that offer? That's where I really like to take that stand, because I honestly wanted to, like, speed run this game, but I figure I don't know, there's a lot of beauty to just learning and just probably adapting later on to other strategies. Because I listen to a lot of YouTube videos. Actually, no, it's not about that. I'm going to keep going. So you'll see all that boring stuff out. I'm at 675,000 power. Yeah, I haven't really done anything special. I have like 9,700 gems, and by anything special I mean just be bored. I don't say be bored, but just be interested, like highly focused. I shouldn't say bored at all, because like when I initially discussed playing these offers, I wanted to have that fun factor, and this, like I said, this one's been tickling my my funny bones. Because I mean, you essentially get as much out of it as your involvement. because this game is done in real time. So like for me, it's like the amount of like maximum effort decision you can make on any given moment you can do. So having a good start at the beginning where you don't have to use your speed ups, because you'll see if I zoom in here, I go to items, you'll see on all the speed ups. These speed ups are effectively reducing 5 minutes, 10 minutes of a specific task, and these tasks help me complete the game faster. And the reason why I don't want to use these is because I just don't want to waste any additional minutes, because if early game speed ups are like 1 minute, 2 minutes, like, you know, I could just press. It's going to take more energy for me to click these buttons than it is to actually for me to wait and figure out the game. So I figure I just want to get familiar with the game, and there's going to be people who probably played somewhere else, so I have to. Really, I just play the follower. Unfortunately, you know, you might understand like some good leader tactics and good alliances, because generally, if you want to play the game, you want to get involved, you want to be active. Like when you have an alliance, for example, you want to have help. When you want to help, you want to be able to help others. And not only that, like you want to see your health bar rise as quickly as you can. I like that because this game actually just shows you the game on different levels if you're willing to be patient. Like it's telling me like 13 or 17, what that means for me in this game. Like I reduced my building time by 15 minutes, and I like this because whoever helps you is like based off of percentage, or at least that's what I've noticed. I'm pretty sure there's like a database out there that will specify it, but this is just what I've noticed when playing the game. So take that for what it's worth. And I just keep participating. I don't know, these people do things that I just claim them. Essentially, there's just a lot of activity here, and they see the value that I bring, which is probably just resources. And I've helped them a lot in a couple. This is where I want to say at the time sink, but where if you're gonna play this game and dedicate time to it, it's kind of just learning the dynamics all in itself, because you'll only learn so much by watching this video, but as you play it, you'll just get an idea of what's working and what's not. And I think that's the kind of enjoyment that you can take advantage of in this game. At least when it comes to winning the game, which is, I don't know what it is, but it's just kind of the idea of just how you want to make of it. As I see right now, this is just my personal storyline, so I don't know why I'm making these decisions, because I'm part of this alliance, and I'm with them for sure. And the reason why is because I don't know, they just seem to not back down. At least they're pretty active, and they have good direction. And even though we lost to these guys, we refused to give up. So it's like, you know, there's some fight. So yeah, if I'm playing this game, to me I don't know, that's what makes the game interesting. Because you can also have joint allies, but your allies can have like their own identities and everything else. But as soon as we lost to these guys, a lot of the other allies just kind of joined them, and then they just became like number, or I don't know, letter, and then just a number. Blah. It's like becoming a bot. Blah. So, at least in this game, that's what I like to think. Like, all right, there's a bounce back. Like, well, if I'm still trying to get to level 17, maybe that's what I'll aim for. Like, they're expanding. I'll just use my efforts to speed up now. It's kind of a win-win. Now, when I think about if the offer's complete, what am I going to do afterwards? Because I just don't want to be like one and done, because that's also just kind of like just being dead, or like a bot. So I feel like it's kind of like the reward tax or whatever you have to pay. Like you made it to a finish line of a goal, but you just don't want to give it up. You want to like intake the stuff you've learned at some point, or rest up. So maybe it's not 80-20, maybe it's like a 70-30. It's a more relaxed pace. If that even means anything. Or maybe I'm just getting older. It's just BS, I don't know. But point is, so far with the leadership and everything else, we still have a decent amount of property here. We're just trying to level up together. I don't know. It's kind of like the element of just teaming together and growing communication. I think it's important because as a game, regardless of what's going on, you're just have a common goal. And I like the translate portion because it might not be the best, but I'm able to understand like most of what they're trying to get. I'm not trying to be literal with everyone. We all kind of have a common goal, so it's not meant to be like super serious. But at the same time, common goal makes it easier to get things going. And if you found out early, if you're trying to go in alone, you're going to get wrecked, and that's what slows you down for like a day or so. So you want to get an alliance that kind of understands that element quickly. Those are the things that are tough to mention, but you gotta see the resilience and what you kind of want to do and go from there. So, regardless of what happens, I'm still going to try to help. But I just got to figure out the best way out. So I figure gathering's going to be the key. And then just maximize like 2 champions, and then just focus on like a couple areas. Which, I mean, going for 9 hours to start, because most of the time this is just pure hours you're playing, because you get to spread that out over time. I know that sounds silly, but this is the game where you're able to actually speed up, so you are literally able to buy time based off of the missions that you're able to complete. Like, the more missions you complete, you get more speed up, so you actually get more rewarded to play the game. And the more you play the game, the faster you complete it. You can complete it. It's just how much time you're willing to put in actively, which is a really interesting experiment, because I feel like every hour they try to validate that you're on. So that's actually an interesting way to keep tension. Or at least if you're trying to grow pretty fast. So I think this game's just more so like measuring the amount of like active time you're willing to commit. And see what you get out of it too, depending on the decisions you make. Based on the decisions you make throughout the game, I should say. So I guess keep that in mind as you keep playing. Also, one thing I want to keep in mind is this thing, the green thing, their action points, which I'm doing a terrible job of right now, but I have 2 of 3 commanders. These 2 are gatherers. Right now, I want to get resources because I want to keep growing, but in the meantime, I also want to make my commander strong. Why?
Les Arabes ne doivent jamais capturer ne serait-ce qu'1 centimètre des terres des Francs.
The whole point is that you just play the game is to win or have fun or whatever. But if you're communicating and playing with other people, for me, my enjoyment is just more socializing and having that common purpose. So you might have a different purpose, but this game provides it, and it actually has a lot of good stuff going on day over day. And for me, this is what more personal, but that'll be coming up. So I want to figure out some hands-on games to keep me focused once in a while. So I want to actually level up some of my strongest people. My strongest people are gold, pretty much. Did some research. He's strong. Actually, that's a pretty good combo. But I just got him recently, so I'm actually going to use these 2. And I don't really...
¿Quién se unirá a mí para sitiar Valencia?
Action points. So, action points, just some big barbarians, they're bad guys. You can read more of the story, but I just wanted to get more straight ahead. These guys are more or less like energy, you guys get more experience. You're able to train with other people, and objectives, yet. That was my initial thought when I started speed run. Quickly learning an alliance helps, so eventually you gotta get ready to learn that follow. Pretty much rewards for every little action you do. Like almost every little action you complete, like you're rewarded with.
¿Quién se unirá a mí para sitiar Valencia?
For a game where you're trying to get rewarded all the time, and it's not done in the sense to but at least based on this example, you're just trying to like that's because the more you know you have to see faster, you have to be able to get ahead. That only just wants to do it. Depending on your style, I think that's where your alliances come together. It's like kind of defines like who you are and like what you want to play as and what you want to learn. Right now I kind of agree with what the alliance is doing, like trying to play back. I don't know if I would change it hard in the next couple days. We'll see after the fact because I'm pretty slow with uploading. But I can't see my mind changing, and depending on how much enjoyment I have in this game. And depending where I feel like, if I want to feel like continuing, I want to see if I might leave my own alliance at some point, based on the learnings I've had here, but I don't think I'm ready for that yet. So, in the meantime, I'm just going to keep doing what I can, because essentially the more I level up, it does help out in this alliance, as long as I keep following the task. So one of the things to do to keep following the task, I mean, there's everything, you can just pretty much look at anything that's red, it'll just keep you updated with what you want to do. One of the things I keep doing is going to these caves, I'm going to investigate, the scouts, you get these scouts, just keep following the instructions, just keep doing these. I think there's 2 minutes to go, so I do that. I'll request that from the alliance. See, no one has helped me yet, so I'm not saying it's active immediately, it's just my attention span is that pretty quick right now, but I do see that my other calving quarry, they're almost done, but the time saved for that is it shows if we wait, it's like 2.5 hours and 54 minutes. Right now I'm thinking like most of the time, I might say like 15-20 minutes for me to clear this up. I think that's going to offset the time that I would wait, regardless if I wanted to make a decision. So I think making a decision now is probably going to pay off now, because I'm banking on something I don't know, which is when the other people are coming. Because based on my latest SEAL troops, no one has come to help. So I'm going to help this guy, maybe it'll remind him to help me. You see that reminder, and I think he'll get it too. So if not, I don't know. That makes me
Herid los caballeros, por amor del Creador. ¿Quién se unirá a mí para sitiar Valencia?
Decisions all the time in this game. It's just I want to make sure everything needs things out in time and then acting accordingly.
Herid los caballeros, por amor del Creador.
Because at this point, I just kind of keep grabbing and just ready to go. So I'm still need that. It's been working for me, and it doesn't mean it's going to work for you, but I got a specific goal I have in mind, or style. I'm not saying one style's better than the other, it's just a way of thinking. In a game that's more or less an open world. Or else how are we supposed to know otherwise? So I'm just trying to learn on the go. Anyway, I keep sending these things and keep paying me off, so I always enjoy that.
Unfortunately,
And I lost my enemy.
thankfully, we will require a larger and better trained army to defeat these barbarians.
That's fine. The thing is, that was a mistake on my end. Playing this out for 4 or 5 days. Like I said, I think just playing the game out of the gate and just learning on the go is probably the best way to go about it, and it's just more so saving your speed up. Just kind of just figure it out. Because you'll see other players figuring it out as it goes, and that's the beauty of it. It's more so what you make of it. And I refuse to be a damn number in this game. Look at that, Avengers, no numbers except for that level. But that's just a limiter. But these numbers on the upper right, those matter because those are resources. It requires our energy to build up. That's our patience. That's why I have to qualify for the game at the $1 per hour. But I'm thinking that 25 days, it is a pretty lax pace, but if you're like, even just stretching out the amount of hours you play, because you can pretty much buy your hours, it's just more so the energy you're putting in to commit it. Because it does force you to keep active, which is pretty cool, but it just requires just a lot of time. But again, you can buy it up front by just making big decisions over time. Again, just try to save up your speed ups and everything else. Just be resource heavy. And then bite the bullet a little bit, but just keep focusing on that, and then just teaming up with anyone. That'll help you long term, hopefully. But we'll see where we're at though. So I have these speed ups, but as I mentioned, I think the payoff now is not going to be there. Yeah, so I'm actually going to do the upgrades because I can afford the speed ups, and that's kind of what I do. I want to upgrade ones I know I'm not getting like the best bang for my time, I guess. That's the best way to phrase it. Because I could just make a faster decision and then I can just go to bed and not worry about like the quote-unquote time loss because I'm just sleeping. I can just go about my day. Because really all that matters is this time that you're focused on playing it. Just protecting it. It doesn't really matter how fast or slow it goes. It's just the time you're just playing for this game actively. So let's see here. Okay, keep back. I'm just gonna buy my levels right now because that's gonna be the most important thing. I don't need to worry about my commander right now. And that's my biggest goal. Let's just do this slow way. This is a good reminder until we're just beating over our consciousness from the academy. That's in progress, so we're actually going to keep double downing on that. We are biting into all of our speed ups now. We're catching up to real time, which is not good because now it requires more patience. What you're seeing is me pretty much estimating how many speed ups I had up to this point to get to day 17 without like me spending, level 17 without me spending 25 days, and I'm at day 12. So I think at this point I might have to start using gems to actually catch up. So yeah, I thought I was gonna nail it after like 2 weeks. I still might get there, but I don't know. In real time, this might be biting me. But I have some resources, anyways. I still have to make the decision that's optimal right now because I think that's going to be the ideal because I don't know what to expect ahead, and I think I have enough to make these moves based on the resources I have. Just a gut feeling, but that's all I got right now based on the decision. The next one I have to do is I have to think more meticulous, but this is where I'm at. So I'll use all my building ones. You know, it's gonna hurt. I don't want to use that at all. I'm not using the 10s. Alright. Then it feels terrible. So I use all these, but I can't bite that one. Ooh, I can eat that. Alright, my dog wants to go out, but I want to see this one. I'm not going to make a decision. My dog's more fun. Put it up. I don't know if you guys are like guessing this thing. I have like music playing in the background, but I don't know if it's like copyrighted. So I'm listening to it, but it's hard for you guys to listen to it. So maybe in the next video, I'll add it to this one. I'll see if it's cool with YouTube, because that's probably gonna be where you're gonna find it, or elsewhere. But I just want to make sure it's copyright friendly and it sounds good. At least to me. So. We got 3 minutes. I can quick buy. I can take that. I feel like it's just like my pain threshold right now. It's like paying now. Let's see, hopefully it pays off later. Or even not wait super long in the future. So I'm just gonna keep going through here. Academy. Right now I just want to keep leveling up. I don't care about 23 hours. Well, it's 23 hours. I'm actually gonna not rush this one. I'll probably wake up tomorrow. This decision to make it now. Wake up tomorrow and just see how many hours I have left. Because I'm not gonna bank on 17 players right now to. I'm one right there helping that guy, but I'm not gonna estimate 17 players in the next, I don't know, even 14 minutes. And then another one. I can pop it off to expedite everything. And I'm going to be going to sleep soon anyway, so I don't know. I feel like at this point in the game, at level 15 or 16, 15 going on 16, I'm just trying to utilize what resources I have left for this final push. Right now I'm still gathering resources. Unfortunately, I can't interact too much with these guys. I'm just helping them farm. And there's something which I need to do right now. I'm going to zoom out. No, this might be still in the party, but I'm not up. But I can still help. Oops, misclicked. I gotta look at the map here. So there's not so much direction over here. I know I could teleport at any given moment, but I'm not feeling any threat. I don't feel like there's any call to action based on the markers. Generally, I just focus on the, if it's really important, they'll place it. That's how I feel. I'm not getting hurt yet, so. Until I kind of get bit. I don't want to say that, but I'm actually probably going to do some protection actually. I was tired. I was going to just do that, not worry about it. No. It's only if I can provoke. Obviously, that's the reason why I use the key shield to say, hey, I'm not putting my hair to provoke. If I meant to. Yeah. I don't know, I think that's also an interesting concept as well. I'm just like an IRL, like, hey, let's not have worries. Seriously, here's a pea shield. No harm meant. I'm just trying to complete mission on my own. Hopefully we're on the same wavelength. I don't want to be number. And the other guy, them, the number, not yet. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, there's just a story I concocted, but that makes it fun. And I'm almost there. Anyways. You know, if you have the energy, you have the green energy points, just keep attacking. I would usually get like at least one of your 2 commanders when you start. There's 3, but you usually get 1. I'll always focus on one. I'm trying to gather folk mainly early on, and teaming up, and then once you kind of level up to a certain town hall, well, I forget which one, you get a second one, you get it pretty early. You dedicate one towards just growing and growing, like gathering, and the other one towards like fighting at any capacity. Just balance those out. And then once you get a third one, I just focus 2 on gathering and 1 on fighting. I could probably do like adding like defense and whatnot, but I don't know, with the alliance I'd rather just focus my offense and they could defend me. That's just my strategy. So I have 2 gatherers and then 1 attacker. At least try someone.
Le titre de roi n'est pas important.
I really want to level up this guy.
知己知彼，知己知彼，百战不殆。
As an example, you guys can keep going ahead, but I'm tired. I just want to show you the gist of it. Like, spend some additional time going through it. You can see how long it's actually takes. That's how back when we're done. He's fighting. I tested it a long time ago. It should be fine. If it goes to it, penalty's not bad. So I just want to make decisions now, and hopefully it'll pay me off, or be making more impactful decisions in the future that provide value. They're good things. So that's free. I'm not going to use my silver yet. I've been blowing it early, but I probably should save it because I don't know, I just like patching them all at once, like saving that reward. Please make sure you guys are healed. Always make sure one of your type of hospital, whatever you go, is one of the highest levels that it's near your city hall. I just keep going through here in order. Here, still not expecting any help. Not yet. I'm waiting overnight. I just anticipate I can't help anyone at night, so that's what I'm expecting, like, to see. Like some help. No, I'm not saying I'm expecting some help, but I am not anticipating a speed up. Make it sleep time. You make the more things you complete, therefore you speed up your resource collection, in which that can be used to expedite your level. So it's a snowball effect. And when you play this game, that's actually needed. You just have to learn how to manage your patience and use your speed ups. And it is going to be I have to keep repeating that because that's what I have to keep telling myself. Alright. Crazy the things we do, right? So this is a pretty good game. I just want to make a few more big decisions and then just call it a day. But I mean, that's more or less the game. Is like you just spend a couple hours just understanding someone else's strategy and seeing how far that goes. Compare it with your own. It's the best you can do. The goal is 25 days. That might even be a benchmark, so maybe we're just ahead of the game. I don't know what. But that's the fun of playing the game. Like you join an alliance, you speed it up. Versus trying to go on your own. Maybe you do better or worse. I don't know, but. I don't know, that's kind of half the fun of the game, and that's where So I'm imagining that's how it's going to be different every single time. Now I'm not going to be anticipated to get. I am anticipated to get paid for this one. It doesn't. It's just. I just can't help but mention at this point, like, I know they're trying to make it right. I want to trust the swagbucks, keeping the free cash, but it's a pain. I don't want to complain about it, but and that question where it says pay promotion, I'm like, well, I don't know. It's like it's pending. It's like a user experience, or I don't know what better way to coin it. So I don't know. That's what's been angering me a little bit. And I guess this game in the meantime just helps me like not think about it. Yeah, look, I got 4 health. I don't know if it's being a little bit long-winded, but that 4 health did save me an hour. I waited like 10 minutes, so just being a little bit patient. Taking a deep breath, I suppose. But now I can think again what I'm trying to do. So outside the academy, the wall has the builders. If I go to the tavern, that's the next thing I need to build. Nope, I need to build a quarry. And I like it, just pretty much tells me what I need to do next. So this is a speed up for the quarry. And now I gotta go back to my alliance. I don't have to keep checking, but there's 13 of 17. I'm not expecting the payoff here anymore to be worth it, right? 54 minutes, yeah. I could use my speed ups now, but I think the decision's not worthwhile to pay off for like 4 or 5 speed ups. So let's just go to the quarry. Again, these are the building 1 specials that I would prefer to use because you never know when you need to use the general speed ups. So I consider these more valuable than the niche ones because I'm really just making these decisions based off of like what remaining time I think I have I can hold on to before leveling up. I don't know if that even makes any sense, but it's just I don't know. So anyways, so I'm just gonna look at how much mental pain this is gonna take for me to pay for the speed ups. I don't like using all the 51s there. That's gonna hurt. So I'm gonna use one of those. 60 minutes. I don't mind using these at all. Like those are the. But it feels nice having the biggest completion percentage. Looking at the graphic, like that's almost therapeutic. If you look at that in a graphical sense, of like progress, 2 decisions can just increase their health like 70% or like 50% at least, and increase that chart. That's pretty good. And now that we think about it, we have like 3 hours we can save in building. So let's see. Let's go back to our 51, 35. That might be worth it, but I'm gonna go to. I didn't want to use the 1, but I'm not putting myself there. 5. I don't want to use all my 5. I do like using the 31, so I'll make sure to use the speed up. Now I can use my 1s because I don't mind chopping 2 minutes. This 3rd minute, I can just think about what I'm doing next for 15 seconds. So I might as well gather right now while I'm wait. So what do I need? I think stone. I'd rather just make my stone decision right now and then worry about what's next. So that's actually a good search. Stone. Why not?
Si je n'y suis pas, que Dieu m'y place. Si j'y suis, que Dieu m'y prête. Pour le roi.
So while she's doing that, I think I need to get more power-ups. Speedos boost. Gathering. Only 4 hours, 8 hours, I don't know. That's not right. I'll make her stuff go faster. Don't have to worry about that. That's all I go for. Sign up tomorrow. I'm not going to put on notifications. Right now. In this game. Oh, just in the alliance. It was just a and we can still say everything. Right. Just gotta recruit. I like those subtle dodge. It's not in your face. I don't know what to do next. It's just kind of there. kind of what I can build now. So I'm trying to figure out the right path here. Let's focus on the wall. The one that's focused on the wall, but it's in the tavern. You can afford it. It's only 3,000. You can use our stones. 87 for now. Yeah, one for insurance there. Actually, 1.1k versus it asking for me to pay up. But I will need to refresh that. I don't need to explore, I just want to, I don't mind keeping it all because if I get mugged or whatever, I already have this money saved, so I have everything to pay that already currently. I would say it's a lesson learned, but that's the price to pay for growth, I guess. But no, I'm not saying that'd be that risky, but I'm just saying, like, it sucks that compared to, like, in this game, like, the free-to-play players, like, that's the price to pay is, like, those experiences versus the pay-to-play versus they can speed up the process without, honestly, that pain, like, they just, that money, you know, that money's that energy just to either avoid that or kind of just get, I don't want to say beyond it, but that's just kind of how I don't say big about this. Enough about me. I'm trying to grow here. I think this is worth the payoff by speeding it up again. So let's see where I'm at. Where's my builder shop? Let's see what this is what I need. 18 and 22 hours. Yeah, I'm not going to use any speed ups right now because any help that I get from my alliance is like a significant percentage off time. That's going to be greater than any speed up I can offer right now. Even if we want to look relative, we go to our help. 2 of 17 and 5 of 17. Even if I wait like 10 minutes, like I've already saved an hour and 23 minutes. Even just by waiting for like 5 or 10 minutes, and like 2 or 3 people's decisions made that much of an impact on me. In the meantime, I'm building up my guys and just helping out as I can, because I'm already playing, you know. So you can kind of see why this game can be addicting in one aspect. Like the more you help, the faster you grow. And you get rewarded for it. So I would say it's a distraction. I know if you want to get that dopamine hit or whatever. I don't want to say this game actually provides it because you have to pay attention. So it's a reward-based system on your performance, on like paying attention to the game itself. Which is kind of the beauty of Rise of Kingdoms. Doesn't come in to learn. I don't know. Pretty sure there's a life lesson there, but that's just a better way for me to think about the game. I can go to territory, claim this helps me gain resources. Again, for me the name of the game is gain resources. If I gain resources, it helps everyone else gain resources. Everyone has a good mission here. Keep growing, do our own thing. Not really attack, but just if we come attack, we're not gonna break. We're just gonna bounce back. At least for me. Anyways, I think I missed something here. Let's go to my power level. No. Anyways. Low battery, alright. How many more decisions left I can make? I'm getting tired. No, I'm not gonna buy any speed ups right now. I might teleport, nah. Go pick it up. My first time doing this after 15 days. Time. So close. Energy. Nice piece. The universal symbol. It's like the Jetsons. I gotta try to see
将在军，君命有所不受。
I don't want to attack him. I actually want him back. And I want everyone to gather. Yeah, I can't help overnight. This is the best I can do. Is defend the other resources in case things go wrong. Honestly, that'd be like the insurance policy, but that's the peace sign. At least that's how I'm thinking for tomorrow. But I gotta gather resources, and I think stone, because I'm desperate for the stone right now. Gotta get that. Yeah, I'll have a quick look at
Ich halte durch. Mein Sohn wird unsere ruhmreiche Linie weiterführen.
Loyalty, order, sacrifice, honor.
Dunzo. I'll save that for tomorrow. If I get attacked, I mean, I'm not losing much there. Why? Because if I look at my storage, I can hold to 700,000 all this stuff. I have nothing much. I don't have much to lose, so we're not really that strong. I just want to be peaceful. I just want to grow, not get taken over. I think we'll figure it out. If not, I can figure it out in the future. At least I would have a plan. But I think this is just a cool way for me to figure it out. Y'all ever try to think out loud? Like, I think this is the best way towards progress. At least like if I'm playing this game, like I want to play this game wholeheartedly. And get paid to do it. I think that's, I don't know, coming from a cool place. I just get nervous based on the methods. Like, do they work? That's still... No, time will tell. I feel like I have the right to be nervous. Hence why I put the peace sign, like I come in peace. I don't even like killing the barbarians. They don't actually go out of their way to hurt you. Which is crazy as is. Like, they just randomly show up and then we're the ones that go to their forts. As far as I got in this game, so who knows. I'm probably missing some information. Yeah, look, I'm fine, so the times change, or maybe the campaign's changed, but I'm learning as I go. Anyway, that's the most I can do. But when you keep making those decisions, like spend more energy either doing that, or I always try to keep a scout going. And you'll see there's usually just some sort of action every time you play. And if you are in this one, you'll help there. I don't know what I can do here actually. I scored something. Yeah, before I go to bed, I was just trying to maximize any of these things. I know it might take a couple extra minutes, but I don't know. I feel like these ones will just add up just a little bit. Make one guy go. Just have him venture off into new land. Hopefully that's like a new pathway. Learn something. We'll cut through new things. Go through a couple new spots too and go through here. Kind of maximizing his potential. Interesting that you can kind of think of this game on like all different levels. This guy here, I'm going to keep zooming out. I mean, honestly, the only reason I like this one is because like it's just like an additional reason for me to like talk through my thoughts and hopefully see what the payoff is. Well, that may be right on time, or any other time, but it's just nice to think about the progress and what we're getting at relative to the goal that we set. At least for me, that's like a baseline, and then I admittedly been trying to focus things outside of this game. I set that around like more energy around getting healthy for the baby. So I imagine I won't have time for this in the future, and I want to have that focused mind instead of just being aware, especially in a time where things are new. And I don't know how people did it, and now it's just blowing my mind how people still do it. Yeah. And also, I'm kind of like wary of traveling admittedly, so that's why I like to deliver. Thank you, delivery drivers. And people who still go out. We're making sure we're making out best out decisions. But I hate some YouTube that's kind of just I see it in the news and I try not to watch news too much. I like to be part of it, but I don't like it. I know it exists. Or where all this stuff. I hear things. Talk to people. I hear things and speak to them about what's going on. Hear about the war, like Ukraine versus Russia, like how like oh my god. Hear about a climate game, like I feel like I'm behind in the times. I had to double check like what day it was today. It was correct, it was Sunday, but it was now, but you look back at when I heard the news, I feel like I was even behind. It was weird. I also don't like looking at the narratives of what other people are saying at this point. But I like but I just prefer the news. That was just news and not the opinion stuff. Anyways. Sorry to make it about me. But this is kind of like the stuff that I do, kind of just pass the time. Sometimes when I'm playing this game. I just like to think a little bit. Just think more about that, because once I kind of clear my head, I could just make a couple more decisions. Just kind of think about what's going on again. Just reassess. So I'm not going to make any major health decisions there. But I feel like I can sleep a little bit easier now. Strange as that sounds. I'm not too worried about these little things because I don't have to. Like this game's based off of like the energy and time that I'm putting into it. And the piece on this the insurance policy, so I appreciate that. I don't know a better way to say it. Yeah, outside of that, that's all they got. They got for expediting your experience. And again, I will, once these items helps fill up, it'll maximize the time upgrades for these long builds. And then when I wake up tomorrow, hopefully they'll be filled up, and then I can just use the remaining time to use the speed ups, because I can afford that right now. And I'm going to try to maximize all of these items as I get to level 17, which I'm so close. It's kind of the gamble at this point. I'm level 15. I like this game, but I still have a bigger goal in mind. So this is fun. Anyway, take it easy.